Hi guys, we're going to go ahead and show today, and I'm doing a double video, one of my face and then one of my hands. We'll see. I don't know what I'm doing on a lot of this stuff, but I know sometimes you want to see someone. So today, what we're going to do is the process of just regular dip nails. So I'll show you just one color, normal, easy dip nails. So first, let's get our stuff together. And today we're using this little finger here. So I have a fake nail on it. If you have a practice hands are great. But I always keep alcohol and a lint-free wipe nearby, or a couple of them. I always have a dusting brush, a scrub brush, toothbrush, whatever you want to use for scrubbing. Have all that. Also an orange stick for cleaning around the cuticles or pushing your cuticles back. I also have a cuticle pusher that I like, or this kind, either one, they're great. And we do offer these on the website. I don't think I have these on there yet. So those are just kind of some of the basics. I also keep some acetone and a little brush nearby, so for cleanup, if you need to clean up some stuff that might not clean up by alcohol alone. And I'm sorry, my nose was itching. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out. That's for later. Okay, so let me get a dip here. Sorry, I should have had that ready. Give me 1 second to reach over here and get my little thing. And I do chagrin a lot, but we're going to do chagrin again. It's a purple color, which is my favorite. I love purple, love chagrin. So, and it is a thermal changer, so it's not just your basic dip, but we're just doing one color dip today. And yeah, so we'll do the pour over method today, since I've got the little handout, and then I'll also show you the lay-in method on my hand today while we're doing this. But so first you would do all your prep. You push your cuticles back, so you want to take your time. You want to go in here, we'll do it on here. You want to go in, you want to push your cuticles back, get them out of the way, make sure that's all cleaned up. If you don't clean up your cuticles, your dip or gel is going to peel off because it's not sticking to the nail bed. It's going to stick to that cuticle, which is that thin little piece on there that grows out on your nail. So just clean around it, make sure that's all pushed back. If you're using the ceramic pusher, which is, oh, that's my brush. Where'd my ceramic pusher go? That's what happens when I don't have my glasses on, but too much of a glare in the video. So the ceramic is this one's great. You just push back with it, same thing. Okay, being careful not to damage your natural nail, but just getting that cuticle pushed back. There's also the metal ones, which that's probably my favorite. It's this little guy, you can see it's kind of scooped, so it goes with the curve of the nail, and you just push that back. So make sure your prep's done. I wash my hands first, do the prep part. I do like Bond, so I use our pH Bond right here. So pH Bond is great. I put that on my nail, or in this case, Lefty Lucy. Sorry, I have Handy Hannah and Lefty Lucy. Now, if you want to shape, if you're using tips or your natural nail and you want to shape before you get started, I did skip that part, which this one does need a little shaping. So just obviously on your own or somebody else's is probably a little easier, but okay. And we're going to just shape that a little bit, and then let's go ahead and get started. So our Bond's on there. We're not doing peel base or anything today. We're just doing a basic dip, and I'm using the 2-in-1. So Zebra's 2-in-1, 2-in-1, and then we're going to build the apex first. So you're going to want to go just right down, staying away from the cuticle, just kind of down the middle and pull, not going out to the side yet. And then you're just going to sprinkle or dump over like this, and then tap it off. Let it dry just a second if you need to. If it is a little wet still, you can go ahead and dump over again to catch that wetness, so you get a little more on there. And then dust it off. Okay, And then if you want, some people do the scrub brush in between, like right in this step. So you could go ahead and scrub off any excess right now. Let's go ahead and do our second layer. And now this layer, we're going to go a little closer. You do not want to touch the cuticles though, okay? So you want to, what I do, and I love these fan brushes, the black fan ones that we have now in all of our liquids. So you're going to put it down and you're going to move it back. And I don't have my glasses on, so bear with me. Hopefully I'm not making a mess. And you're going to just pull it all the way around, and a little bit goes a long way, guys, so don't flood the cuticles. If you end up with dip that looks really rippled or ridges, ripples, whatever problems, wipe that off, because otherwise I'm getting this color back in my liquids. They don't really contaminate and get gooey that much, but you'll get the other color in them, and you don't want that. Okay, so then we're going to do this one. Now, like I said, we're doing the pour over. You can do dip, which is what they were made for. And see, it's still a tiny bit wet, so I go ahead and get a little more powder on that. That'll wait, whoops, or a lot of powder on it. Tap that off. I can dump this back in. I'm using a cupcake liner, so I'm not losing product unless you spill it. And then just tap that off a little bit. And then there you go. This color, actually, a lot of times you can get by with just 2 dips of it, but we're going to go ahead and do a third. The first one was just the apex anyways, so some of our dips are going to be like jellies or shears, to where you're not going to keep going until it's covered all the way, because it's supposed to be see-through. This one is a solid, and like I said, it's pretty good even after 2, one the apex and the other. But we're going to do a third here. And pretty much you're going to do what you want as far as how many you do. You'll hear people say, oh, only do 2 or only do 4. That's up to you. I do 2 or 3 usually. So that's our 2 in 1 again. And then we're going to put our dip on. Tap it off. Still a little wet, like I said, so we're going to go ahead, and I pour a lot at a time. You don't have to do that much. I'm bad about that control. Okay, and then dust that off. Perfect. And then you want to go in between. I didn't do it after the first one, and I probably needed to with not having glasses on. But you want to go in with that cuticle, or that orange stick, and clean the cuticles. This is what will make your mani pop. You see people that have these perfect cuticle lines and all that. Again, don't have my glasses on, so hopefully it's not too horrible here. But you would just go in, go around either end, so the pointy end, or if you like the wedge end, it's kind of like a wedge or a taper. I got it all over the finger. Yep, that looks pretty good. So, and again, I don't have my glasses on, so hopefully I'm not lying to myself here that looks good. Okay, you can clean up later, but I'm just going to do it now so I don't spill it, because I have a bad habit about doing that. You can move that cupcake liner out of the way. That is all we're doing with the actual powder. Okay, so now you're going to use that scrub brush. And I suggest this because just brushing with the dusting brush sometimes does not get it all. And just go in and scrub it. You're going to see if it needs any filing at all, which this one's pretty good. So just inspect it there. You're not going to file or anything yet. I did the tip just a little because it is a fake nail, but you're going to use your activate. So Zebra Activate, step 2, Zebra Activate. And then I do the first layer kind of quick. Wipe off your brush. Second layer with purpose. If you go glopping it on, guys, or just throwing it on there or getting it too thick, I didn't get enough on there that time, and not doing this second purposeful layer, that's a lot of times where you'll see those white dots in your nails or ripples Okay, so we got that on there. We don't want to flood it. We don't want to get it crazy, but we want enough that it reacts. So we're going to go over that again. What is activate? Activate helps with a chemical process that has to happen for your dip nails to harden and work right. So when we say wait 2 minutes, you need to wait the 2 minutes. There's a chemical reaction happening that takes approximately 2 minutes. So once you do your activate, wait your 2 minutes, which I didn't get a timer. Timers are helpful because then you don't rush yourself like some of us do. I can get extremely impatient and rush myself. So just let that sit. If you need to file, you would file now. After that 2 minutes, you'll go ahead and file. I don't really need to on this, but if you file or buff, you need to reactivate and wait the 2 minutes again. Okay, so we're going to pretend that the 2 minutes are over instead of sitting here forever waiting for them. Hopefully I don't harden my brush because that's what happens, but for the video. So 2 minutes go by. I've gotten in the habit of doing the alcohol lint-free wipe, so just a pump of alcohol and then wiping it off. You don't have to do this step. Some people swear by it, others don't. I didn't do it for years, but anyways, we're gonna do it today. So we just wipe that down. Okay, and then make sure that's dry. You want to make sure there's no moisture. Moisture will mess up your top coat. Also, when I say wait the 2 minutes, that doesn't mean wait an hour or 2 hours. You cannot come back and do your top coat that late. The chemical reaction still has to happen between your top coat and that activate, as well as the base, the dip, and the activate. So we're going back to our 2-in-1, and we're doing our top coat. And I'm doing dip top coat today. So, and we're just going to very carefully, staying away from the cuticles. Okay. And I don't have my glasses on, so hopefully I'm getting that covered. And you can see I have a little glitter or shimmer or something in my liquid. So when I talk about contamination, that is a form of contamination because now my solid is sparkly. So it's a great idea to wipe the brush every time. Sometimes even when wiping it, this was a super sparkly dip I did the last time and it kind of transferred over. So now you can see the color changes happening. So this is a color changer. It's a triple color changer. So it changes. It has one color when it's room temperature, one when it's cold, one when it's hot. It's a lot of fun. So you do one kind of purposeful but quicker layer, and then we're going to go in with our last. Okay. And then if you need to clean up as you go, you would do your cleanup around the cuticles. If you get any excess liquid, this helps. It's good to do just to make sure it's clean anyways. So that's it. And then the dip liquids are super shiny. This is the professional line, but it's our 2-in-1. So your dip base and top coat are all in the same bottle. And that's it, guys. So our lovely little finger here, and they don't have names, has a beautiful nail of sugar. So have a great day. That's how you dip.